Hello fellow homesteaders. Today we're going to make some multi-purpose, all-natural scrubbing cleaner for the kitchen. I'm going to use borax in mine because I'm going to be scrubbing some residue here on my stove. I let the grandchildren help me cook, so it got a little messy. In the article, I included some baking soda based recipes as well as a witch hazel one if you're uncomfortable using borax, or if you're cleaning a natural stone surface, if that's what your countertops are made out of. I did not include anything, however, for baking soda. Good thing I was a shortstop and caught that. I would have spilled salt and had all kinds of bad luck. If you're in a pinch and you're out of the borax, the baking soda, or the witch hazel, or just want a little extra cleaning power, you can add some salt, a few pinches to either recipe, or you could do the 2-to-1 salt to distilled white vinegar or rubbing alcohol based recipe and get more of a scrubby, scouring kind of a paste, or a 2-to-1 vinegar rubbing alcohol to salt based recipe for a spray. So that's kind of an in the pinch thing. You can add into salt any of these recipes unless you're doing it on natural stone. I would not recommend that. But it's just a little add-on there in case it's something that you want to try if you're cleaning something that's very difficult to clean. Gives you a little extra scouring powder. Now I'm going to add in my borax. I'm doing 1.5 cups of the borax. There's my cup. And I will add in my 1/2 cup here. Didn't realize my box was getting so empty. I use this for so many things, including homemade dish soap. This came out rather clumpy. It's not as hard to break up as, say, brown sugar or even salt. Go ahead, you get a big clump like that, crinkle it out. You don't want to have that counting in for your measurements. You'll be fairly off. And as you can see here, there's a little bit of clumping anyway. That'll come out when you stir. Now I'm going to add in my distilled white vinegar, something I also use around the homestead for all kinds of cleaning and home remedies. So I'm going to pour that in here. Now you don't get much of a fizz with this. There's a smidgen, but not like you will. Yeah, you can see a little bit there. But it won't foam up like you're making a volcano for a science fair project, as it would do with the baking soda. And now I'm going to add in my 1/4 cup of the rubbing alcohol. You could also use vodka or any kind of alcohol that's 80 proof or above. Vodka is actually more of a potent disinfectant and cleaner than the rubbing alcohol, but either one works pretty well. And go ahead and give these all a stir before I put in my essential oils. You couldn't really spray this, but it's going to be too runny for a paste. If I wanted to do it as a paste, I would need to mix in a little bit more baking soda. I think perhaps I stubbed my toe there a little bit when I poured my vinegar. So I'm going to pour in my tea tree oil. Again, if you happen to be out of tea tree oil, not a big deal. It's an extra disinfectant, but this will clean well without it. And I'm going to go ahead and dip my cloth in it. When you pick it up, you get more of that grainy scrub type of feel, even though it doesn't look like a thick paste. So you can see how quickly and easily all the baked on greasy stuff here from letting grandkids help me clean last night did. You can see now how white and clean that is there, and how it's not so much here, but a few little swipes is all that it takes to do the cleaning, and it comes right off. I don't need any abrasive scouring pad like you typically would and worry about ruining the finish of your stove, or maybe a dishwasher or the inside of your microwave. I've done that before in microwaves. I would not use something salt-based inside the microwave. It's a bit too abrasive. But as you can see, this has only taken a couple of seconds. That was pretty thick grease that had gotten baked on there. The kiddos helped me with a few projects. I don't have any streaking or residue. You can hear it's squeaky clean. So I don't have any residue from the borax. Sometimes either borax or baking soda will give you a residue. And it cleaned it right up. It looks nice. And some of these things here are just permanent. It's an older stove that came with our homesteading house. For the most part, everything came off nice and clean in just a couple of seconds. Not any intense scrubbing, not using any magic eraser that's full of chemicals, or a scouring pad that's also full of chemicals. It just took wiping it over without any deep cleaning, any deep scrubbing.